Hi everybody, welcome to engVid.com. I'm Adam. In today's video, I want to give you some more phrasal verbs that are very useful to know, sometimes a little bit hard to understand if you're not told what they mean. So we're going to look at phrasal verbs with the verb run. Okay? Now again, a phrasal verb is a combination of a verb and a preposition that can have a literal meaning, but often have secondary, even third meanings that are completely different from the two words that are combined. So now we're going to look at run. One of the first things you need to remember is that run always has the idea of something quickly. So in many of these, that's a bit of a factor, right? So we're going to look at run out or run out of something. So when you run out of something, it means you don't have any more of that thing. Now you can depends if you want to use of or without of, depends on how you structure the sentence. So for example, you go to a store and you ask the cashier something, do you have any more of this particular model of something? And the cashier will say, oh no, I'm sorry, we've run out. That means it's understood that they don't have any more of this particular model. Or, no, I'm sorry, we've run out of this particular model. So of will specify the thing that is no more, right? Another meaning of run out is more literal, means to run out. So if you need some milk because you want to have cereal, but you ran out of milk, the first one meaning you don't have any more, then you can just run out to the store and buy some. It means actually go quickly, get something, come back. Very literal meaning, okay? So that's run out. Run through. So again, the literal meaning, you can actually run through a building, for example, or through a window, if that's your fancy. But another meaning is to check for something. So you can run through the books, or run through the files to try to find the invoice from last week. Or you can take like if you need to understand something or do a calculation, you can run the problem or the equation through the computer. Or you can run something through a machine, let the machine check it for you much more quickly, right? So run through is often used when we're talking about machines. You're going to run it through to make sure it's all correct. Or you're just trying to find something. Run in or run into. Now, run in is not very commonly used as a verb. It's more commonly used as an adjective or a noun. So to have a run in, you can have a run in with the law. If you have a run-in with the law, that means you have a bit of a problem with the police. That's what this expression means. A run-in means like a meeting, but not a planned meeting or not even a meeting that you want to have. It's a meeting by chance. So you stole some TVs from a store and the police caught you. You didn't mean for them to catch you. You're just not a very good thief. That's why they caught you, right? But your plan was to get away. But if you run into someone, again, literal meaning, like you're walking and you bump, right? Like you physically hit someone. Or it could be a chance meeting. You're walking down the street and your friend is walking the other way. Neither of you expected the other to be there, but oh, there you are. Oh, hey, how's it going? Long time no see. I'll call you. We'll do coffee next week. And then you go your merry way and don't see each other next week because that happens a lot too. So if you run into, just meet by chance. Now, you can also run into, doesn't have to be a person. You can run into a situation, or you can run into information that comes to you by chance, right? The main thing to remember is it's by chance. Okay, so that's run into. Run off. Now, again, literal meaning is just run off, means away, basically. You're going to run off, you're just going to leave quickly is the main thing. It's not the same as run away, escape, which we're going to talk about. It's just run off, just leave quickly. We do also have runoff as a noun. A runoff in politics is when there's not, like the two candidates, neither of the candidates got a majority of the vote. So they have to have a second vote for those two candidates. So let's say there were 5 candidates. None of the candidates got over 50% of the vote. So the top 2 will have a runoff. They will have another vote to see which one of these two will continue into office. A slang use of this expression, to run off, if somebody says like he ran off his mouth, means he spoke a little bit too much, said things he shouldn't have said. But that's a slang meaning. It's very important about the context. So if somebody says to you, don't run off your mouth, it means don't say, be careful what you're saying. Think before you speak, basically. Run off. Technically, if somebody like drips off you or falls off you, but like slowly along the way, like rain will run off your jacket. That's another literal meaning for run off. Okay, let's talk about run about or run around. They essentially mean the same thing. Run around obviously has a literal meaning. You can run around the track, but otherwise run around and about mean to just be busy, go different places, do different things, mostly chores or little tasks you have around, or just to generally be busy. So if somebody says, where's Bill? Oh, he's just running about doing chores. He's just running around meeting clients, whatever. Just going place to place, being busy, doing that sort of things. So that's straightforward. Run up. Now run up could be a little bit tricky. You can have it as a noun. A run up to something means the like leading to. So for example, the Oscars. The Oscars, like when they give awards for movies, is a big event. But the whole week before is a run up to the big event. So they have little events, or they have interviews with celebrities, or they have special shows or whatever. So it's all leading to the main event. If you run up to someone, literally you're running to someone to meet them, right? Like you say, oh, there's my friend there. And you run up to them and say, oh, hey, how are you? And blah, blah, blah. You can also run up a bill. Run up basically means increase. So if you go to a bar and they allow you to have a tab means that you don't have to pay every time you buy a drink. You buy your drinks, they keep a record, and then at the end of the night, they give you the bill. So that's a tab. So if you run up a tab means you're just increasing the total. So every time you order a drink, the total money that you owe goes up and up. So you're running up the bill. You can also run up your electricity bill by leaving the lights on all the time. You can run up all kinds of things. Usually it's about money and it's about a final bill that you have to pay. Okay, I think that's it for run up. Let's move. Now, notice I put an asterisk here, an asterisk. Run down. Run down is not commonly used as a phrasal verb. It's more commonly used as an adjective, and it's combined as into one word, run down. If someone is run down, it means that they're very tired or they've a little bit worn out, right? They've been working too hard and they have bags under their eyes and like their hair is all messy and they look like they can barely move. So they look run down, in bad condition, in weak condition. But you can also run down, like you can run down the stairs, very thing. You can also run down a list. So you're going through the list, you're running down the list to see what's on the list, what needs to be done. So you have a to-do list. So you just run down the list. Okay, this is what I have to do next. Okay, this is what I have to do next. Technically not commonly used, but technically you run down means also chase somebody. So somebody you want to catch, you run after them and you run them down and bring them down to the ground. So the police might do that, but it's not commonly used anyway. Let's look at a run over. You can run over to your friend's house, like actually running over there. But more commonly, it is used when a car hits somebody. So if you run over your neighbor's foot, it means you drove over his or her foot. Or you ran over a squirrel in the street and you killed it. It happens. So especially in Canada. Run over, hit with a car. Run away basically means escape. Usually you can say run away from something. Now, it doesn't have to be a physical thing. You can run away from your problems or just run from your problems. It means you're trying to escape. You're trying to avoid your problems. And again, literal run away means away from somewhere. You're just running. If something runs away from you, you can also say that you have lost control, right? So let's say even a teacher is managing a classroom, and one student starts to speak, and then another, and basically the control of the class, or the noise or the mayhem in the class has run away from the teacher. The teacher has lost control of the situation. Okay? And then run across. Run across, again, run across the field to the other side, running. But run across also means discover something. So I was reading a magazine and I ran across an article that explained why I wasn't sleeping well at night. Or I ran across a great recipe to try out. So you discover by chance. You were doing something else and you ran across something, you found it, and it's a good thing for you. And last one, run for. Now, the most common use of run for is try to get like a political office. So every 4 years, 2 people run for president or run for the office of the president. Or every year there's people try to run for mayor, run for senator, run for whatever it is. You can also run for a particular purpose, like you're running for cover. So if it's, let's say you're in a war zone and bombs are falling, you're going to run for the place that will cover your head and protect you from the bombs, right? So run for cover is a common expression. Or you can run for charity, right? Some people like again, literally running to make money to give to charity to help other people, especially like disease research kind of charities. Okay, so that's it for run. Pretty straightforward, I think. These ones are not too confusing like some of the other phrasal verbs we've come across. But again, if you want to make sure you understand them, go to engVid.com, take the quiz. Don't forget you can ask me questions in the comment section at engVid.com. And yeah, if you like the video, give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and ring that little bell thing so you can get notifications when new videos come out. And come again soon for more vocab, grammar, and other useful English lessons. See you then. Bye-bye.